Hi, this is Madam Pamita, and I hope you enjoy this clip from my Live Magic Q&A. If you'd like to see the full recording of the Live Magic Q&A, you can do so. All you have to do is be a part of my coven. And to do that, all you have to do is click the link below or go to patreon.com/Madam Pamita. I hope you become a part of my coven and enjoy this clip.
Carrie has a question. Carrie, um, I have been drawn to, loved, and practiced natural magic, spiritualism, witchcraft since I was 5 years old. It's always been a comfort and a source of positive change in my life. But last year, I've become much more focused and intentional with my practice, yet have felt very frustrated with the results. And I'm wondering if you have ever experienced a slump or a block like this during your own magical journey. If so, how did you move through it? Well, here's the thing. I think I have a different, maybe a slightly different view of magic. Like I try things until they work. I try different things until they work. I try different approaches. I might get frustrated and leave it aside for a while and then go back to it and try something else. So if you have not been getting the results that you want, number one, I think there's a couple of mindset things that will help. Number one, how do you know it's not working in the background? Right? It could be working in the background and the result is coming. So let's say you're doing a spell to get a big windfall of money. That's a good example. I want money. I want it to come from not from me working. I want it to be a windfall and I want it to be from a positive source. And so that's my spell. You do your spell. And if you expect to see immediate results, you will go like, well, it didn't happen. Well, that in and of itself is taking a step backwards. You're not having faith and belief in your own power or your own magic. Now, that's one example. So wait, be patient. If you want to continue to work on that thing, then try something else. If you're not seeing any movement or anything happening, try something else, right? If you did a candle spell and it didn't produce much, then try taking a bath or try doing affirmations every day or working with the oil. I mean, there's lots of different approaches to every kind of magical situation that can be worked on magically. So try a different approach and see if that makes more movement for you. Now, there's another thing, another way I think of this kind of magic of like not seeing a result. And that can be, let's say I did a love spell on a particular person and nothing happened. They didn't fall in love with me. They went off with somebody else. In that situation, I would see it as, well, first of all, what kind of love spell you're doing? Are you doing a love spell to get a particular person, or are you doing a love spell to invite your perfect partner? Two different kinds of spells, one coercive, one non-coercive. So if you're doing love magic, try non-coercive love magic. Bring my perfect partner to me. Bring my future permanent partner, or whatever it is that you're asking for, and not maybe focus too particularly on one person and see if that works better. The other thing is too, is that I feel like there's a great podcast episode for you to listen to. And I think it's like episode 3 or 4 of the Magic and the Law of Attraction podcast, which is what to do with magical frustration. I don't even remember what I called it. It's like, what do I do when my spells aren't working, right? How do I change a mindset around this? And what you have to realize is that when you're co-creating with the universe, when you're working magically, when you're doing magic, you are asking for doors to open. But sometimes the door that you're knocking at is not the door that has the best stuff for you. It's not that you're not good enough for what's behind that door, but what's behind that door is not good enough for you. And I use the example in the podcast of talking about, let's say, for example, Carrie, I threw an amazing party for you. All your favorite people were going to be there. You're going to have an amazing DJ playing all the music that you liked, all your favorite foods, and it's going to be held at this penthouse suite. And so you're going to not even have to clean up after the party. Amazing, perfect party, right? So the trick is the universe is going to say to you, that party that's like your best outcome is, we're not going to tell you what door it's behind, but we're going to give you a key. We're going to give you the key to the door, but you've got to find it. Well, number one, it's in the penthouse. So you go up to the top of the hotel, right? So you kind of know where things are, right? Where you want something. If you want a certain thing, you sort of go in that area to do your magic, right? So you would take that key and you would try it in the first door. I mean, this is what most people would do. My party's up here somewhere. Let me try it in this door. I don't know if my party's behind this door, but I'm going to try it in this door. If the little red light comes on the hotel door, you know that's not your door. Do you start going, I'm not going to have a party. This is some cosmic joke. This is terrible. Um, I'm going to get a battering ram. I'm going to batter down that door. No. Do you start crying? No. You just go to the next door, right? So a bit of mental ease around a door that's closed will do wonders for your magic. It's not that if you knock down that door with a battering ram, it would be an empty room or it'd be some people that you didn't know, right? Why do you want to put all that effort to do that? Like, just move on. So it's like if you are too focused sometimes on one thing, you're missing out on all of the other things. So just dip your key in that door. And if the green light doesn't come on, move to the next door, dip your key in that door and keep trying. This is how people come to success, is that they don't stop when there's a failure or nothing happens. They keep going. They keep going. So in your magical practice, the same thing applies. It's not that your magic isn't working. It's that your party's over there and you're dipping your key in something over here that isn't your party. So if you start to think about it that way, it may shift your thinking about your magic, and then you'll have more confidence in your magic, and then your magic will work better. I don't know if that helps your situation or if that is what you're asking in particular, but listen to that podcast episode. I think it's episode 3 or 4. It's early on in the whole series of Magic and the Law of Attraction, but I talk about that, and it has done phenomenal wonders for people I know that have listened to it and have talked about it with me, and myself included, when we don't get stuck or hyper focused on one outcome and only that outcome is going to bring our good result, or only that path. We get open to it coming from various weird ways, right? That's the way that might be able to help your magic in this situation, where you start to have more confidence in it, because you're not thinking it's failing, but you're looking, oh, let me try a different way. Let me try something different and see how that works. And I'm going to keep my eyes on that goal, but be open to it coming from maybe some different directions than what you're expecting. That could help.